What's going on, guys? This is a little update on the pantry. Been out of town for the past week or so. Got back in the other night and got started on it. I don't know if you remember from the last video, but we had some old paneling up in here that was covered in wallpaper. Stripped that down and got that off the walls. Put some new paneling in here, working on some new paneling. The old paneling was furred out to make these gaps in the corners line up and be nice and neat. But I've took all them shims out because I'm eventually going to screw 2x4s straight to the studs, and then I'll wind up putting a 2x4 strip, probably a 2x4 cut in half, in between each section of shelves for support along through here. So all that's going to be covered. There's one thing I wanted to show. You know, this used to be a laundry room, but it looks like way back in the day, I'm figuring back before they had washers and dryer combinations, and people generally used a number 2 wash tub and a washboard, and maybe even had the old Ringer style washing machines. This was probably a pantry, and I figure all the washing was done outside and hung on the line. I'm imagining sometime in the 60s, 70s, when washers and dryers become popular, they decided that they didn't need the pantry as much as they needed an inside washer and dryer, and wrecked out the old pantry and got rid of it and set them up a washer, dryer, and hot water heater in here. But, you know, just judging from these lines on the wall down here, figuring all that was shelving to be a pantry. I could be wrong, but I just can't see what that much shelving that heavy would have been used for other than a pantry. Another odd thing about it was, well, not so odd, but interesting. Once I removed the paneling off of this wall here, I realized there used to be a doorway there, just a regular doorway, not a set of double doors like I've got in here now. Of course, I'm sure that had to be put in. The double doors had to be put in for the washer and dryer and all to be moved in and out. I know it wouldn't have went through just a regular little narrow door on that end, but anyway, just a quick update on the pantry. Going to do a little more work on it here in just a few minutes. Still got plans to just do straight 3/4 inch plywood on the floor to cover up all them holes. That's going to be my first layer of shelves down there. Just straight painted plywood mounted along the edge and along the back here and along the other side. And we're going to leave enough room for like a big tote, you know, maybe 24 inches up to the first shelf, and start racking out shelves, you know, on up. Thinking on leaving enough room for 3 flats of mason jars in between each shelf. I figure the 2x4 with 3/4 inch plywood ought to be able to handle 3 flats each of loaded jars. And like I say, going to put me a ladder into the attic straight up, so I've got everyday easy access to the attic. I'm just going to mount that ladder permanent out of 18 inch, what I call in my industry some leftover cable rack. Ladder rack is what they call it. We sew cables to it at work, and I've happened upon a couple of scrap pieces, and going to just put that in there permanent. So I can get up in the attic and store jars and anything that the heat of the attic won't hurt. But anyway, open to suggestions. Anybody got any great ideas? Throw them out there. Always love input, and you guys have a great day.